Namaste and welcome to the great time. I'm Ansh Pratap Singh, a student of JMC department, that is Journalism and Mass Communication, and we are here for a conversation. So, let me ask you something first. What's that? Yes, that's a mobile phone. But the question is that how we know that it is a mobile phone? Why we all have that and how we all have that? That's a question, yeah. And the answer is business, management, and marketing. And that's all is about our today's guest. Yes, and I'm privileged to introduce, to welcome the one. He is the true leader in the field of management, having an inspiring motto, follow your passion. Please welcome our Dean of Management, Dr. Manish Gupta, sir. Welcome, sir.
Hi,
I hope you are doing well and good.
absolutely.
And please allow me to start the conversation and let all of us to dive into the depth of Dean.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, as I can imagine that you had a great childhood, as you have achieved great success in your academic and professional life at a considerably short span of time. What motivated, what inspired you to pursue your dreams and aspirations in this field? And being a layman, what advice would you give for following your footsteps to achieve similar success? Sir.
Hello, everyone. Hello to all the viewers. Thank you for this wonderful question. As such, to start with, very humbly, I must say that whatever I am today is just because of the blessings of my parents, my
Of course, sir.
elders, and of course, the Almighty God.
Yes, sir.
What I'm doing, just doing my duty, and rest of the things are up to the Almighty. And the Almighty is so kind that good things keep coming to my life. So really, really grateful. And today, whatever is happening is, again, I consider that as a result as
Oh,
such. Now, coming to the next part of that particular question,
yes, sir.
you
Advice.
see, the achievement is a kind of process which is, ongoing. And if you talk about success, although we say that nothing succeeds like success, but success is never a milestone, it is a journey. And I simply believe that keep doing your best and leave everything to the God. Just play your part. That is what I am doing. This is what I have learned from the past. And as far as the next part of the particular question is concerned, you see, uh, I really do not want to recommend anything to follow my footsteps. I think everyone should chart out their own footprints, and that is what my students are actually doing. I mean, I keep saying this to all my students: just follow your passion,
Yes, sir.
just listen to your heart, and just be yourself, just do the best. And if you do these simple things, and if you keep believing in yourself, sky's the limit.
So now I want to go for some basics. So how would you define business from two unique perspectives? One as a seasoned businessman navigating real world challenges, and one as a business teacher guiding young minds. And how do you think a teenager today envisions business in this evolving world? So,
There is no need to go for three or four kinds of perspectives. Things are
oh,
pretty simple in this world. So, as far as I'm concerned, I simply look at business with one very practical perspective. So, I do not believe in going the way theory goes. I simply believe whether it really delivers something or not. So as far as my thinking about business is concerned, I try to define the business in a very short definition. You just try to do, identify, and fulfill needs profitably. So you can see a business revolves around these four words. And if I stretch it further, one very, very important thing in all kinds of businesses is value,
yes,
right?
sir.
There has to be a clear cut value proposition. So, as a business person, if you are able to create value, if you are able to spot the value, then what you are supposed to do by using all the resources, you have to, you have to develop that value, and you have to take all the measures to deliver this value better than your competitors are doing. And in case if you are doing, there is no reason that all your customers feel delighted.
Thank you so much, sir. So, what's your perspective on the businesses that profit by negatively impacting people's well-being, thoughts, and health? How do you think such practices can be changed for the better?
It's a very serious concern these
Yes,
days.
sir.
Even if you look at some of the corporates, those who are, I would say, indulged, I would not say involved, indulged in the businesses of, let's say, if I talk about online gaming,
Hmm.
betting, there are things like alcohol, tobacco, right? And at the same way, there are many corporates which are trying to exploit, and they are focusing on the vulnerability part as such. And the major affected, the segment would be the kids and the people, those who are not really aware. Is this is especially happening in case of financial services. So I would recommend that there should be strong regulations, not just on the part of the organizations, on the part of the government as well, so that they should not be indulged in any such kind of mischievous act. I would like to mention here one of the body, we call it ASCI, Advertising Standard Council of India.
Yes, sir.
They've got prescribed rules. They have laid down the rules. You cannot commercialize your products in the mass media, or something like that. So you can never see the advertisements of tobacco products as well as alcohol in the mass media. But you see, the corporates are very smart.
Yes, sir.
Now they have come up for the surrogate advertising. You might have seen there are many corporates, they are not showing the alcohol, but they are using the same name. So
Yes, sir.
I really wonder, what are they doing in the business of mineral water,
Yes,
or
sir.
are they really interested in selling the glass? So they are just, again, they are trying to be fooled. And the second thing is, there should be strong measures to, what do you call, we need to aware the mass. Of course, there are government bodies which are actually doing that. I can talk about the campaigns like Jago Grahak Jago.
Yes,
Here
sir.
we talk about the consumerism, and consumerism is nothing but the organized movement of the consumers, or those kind of bodies, to protect their own rights. So there are legal bodies. The consumer courts are there, not only at the district level, state level, as well as the national level. So these tribunals are there, national green tribunals, these kind of bodies are also there. So things are happening, but it's an ongoing process, as I've said.
And so, what if we talk about Maggie, cold drinks, soft
Again, of
drinks?
course, I definitely like to put all such things in that purview only, because they are actually playing with the emotions.
Yes, sir. They are having
Foods,
a good
if
thought
you
now,
talk
but
about, yeah, very
yes, sir.
rightly said. There are junk foods. The
Yes,
kids
sir.
are, very, you say something to them and they follow that blindly. They are following,
Yes, sir.
right? Look at Maggie. They used to do earlier. It was simply a kind of maida noodle, so
Yes,
to
sir.
say. Now they came up with the atta noodle, but I don't think much of the change is there.
It's the same thing
Yeah, it's the
basically.
same thing as such. So things like this we need to look at.
Yes,
Obviously,
of course,
there
sir.
has to be a lot of awareness about these things.
Thank you so much, sir. So, as we all know that many students from your department, management department, holds prestigious positions and work abroad. And it's clear that their success is linked to the knowledge that they have gained there. How does it feel to see them thriving internationally, and what do you believe makes this possible? So,
I tell you, it's a great feeling. And
yes, sir.
I must quote an incidence that very often I used to receive calls from all across the world, from my students, not just on my birthdays, but there are numerous such occasions whenever they are changing the companies, they are changing the industries, and they are telling me that they are holding such prestigious positions. So I think not only me, whosoever was there as a teacher must feel proud. And I think for a teacher, it is the greatest treasure. This is what we have earned.
Yes, sir.
So it is indeed a great feeling, and I am really proud of all my students. They are putting a lot of hard efforts to make us all feel very proud, even prouder, I would say.
Yes, sir. I think it's your real salary.
It is undoubtedly. This is what I have said. I mean, this is our treasure.
Yes,
We
sir.
can't say that it is a salary, it is a treasure. ये हमारा खजाना है.
Let's change our emotion. And now I want to talk about some students who don't get the success. So many students work tirelessly and practice hard uh, for passing top government exams, if we take an example. But sometimes they fall short due to some reasons beyond their control. What advice do you have for them who face the challenges?
All right, all right. I got your question. You see, I simply believe in one philosophy, and that says life is a learning process, and learning is a lifelong process.
Obviously, sir.
Then the other funda that I really believe in, be really passionate. Just do your part. You have got a role,
Yes,
and
sir.
make sure that you are doing that role wholeheartedly. Now, coming to your question, in case if any of the student or anyone who is falling just inch shorter of their respective targets, my advice to all such people would be, do not lose heart. Just sit back, go back, review where exactly things went wrong, right? I mean, there is no point, I mean, we should be losing heart. Here I must talk about the excerpts or the portion from a very inspirational book, Atomic Habit.
Yes, sir.
This book is by James Clear, and this book is very close to my heart, and several times I've read this book. And there is a one very important sequence in this book, and this book simply says tiny changes make remarkable shifts.
Yes,
So
sir.
it talks about habits. So there is an incident in that book. uh, there is a ice cube which is sitting right in front of you
Yes, sir.
on a table,
Hmm.
and the temperature of the room is around 16 degree,
Hmm.
right? Slowly and gradually the temperature is increasing from 16 to 17, 17 to 18, 19, 20, is going further. Now at 24, suddenly you realizes that ice start melting. So do you think because of that 1 degree change the ice is melting?
No,
No,
sir.
the answer is not. I mean, it is not 1 degree change that is making that change. It is the result of, I mean, if you think that breakthrough is melting of ice, this breakthrough is possible because of the previous actions, because of the previous increases in the temperature from 16 to 17, 17 to 18. So that's what my message to all such people. I mean, whatever efforts you have done, they are not going in vain. You just need to very relentlessly, right? You need to put your efforts, have faith in yourself, and again, I mean, ready to go.
If we talk about Indian parents, most of them tend to support their child if he or she wants to pursue established careers like being a government employee, being a doctor, or being an engineer,
Yeah.
but are hesitant to support their child if he or she wants to explore creative or less conventional fields. What's your perspective on that?
Absolutely, you see, I do agree with that,
Yes,
and
sir. Even
this
my parents.
absolutely, I totally endorse that, and sometimes that is happening since ages. This phenomena was there, and today also it is there.
Yes, sir.
uh, as a parent, because we are also parents, so as a parent, what we really think of, we want the safety and security. We really want that our wards, our kids should choose a career which is safe to pursue, right? There should be that fixed amount of salary they should be able to get. They just wanted to move out of the uncertainties. So that is the reason. The other reason is the social expectations.
Yes.
They still believe that if your ward is not doctor, and if he is not an engineer, he or she is not going to get the same expectations. And the third thing which is there, probably there is not much awareness about the disruptive career options. But time is changing. Now look at the new genera of social media influencers.
Yes, sir.
You see the person who is just of 14, 15 years of age, he is earning more than 25 lakhs per month. What do you call it?
That's
Now let
amazing,
us
sir.
again talk about the startups. How much time are they taking? In just 1 or 2 years, they are making their business huge. So that's what is happening. So we need
Yes.
to change the way we look at the things. And there is a saying, if you change the way you look at the things will change.
So, but how? But like, we are facing this problem right now.
Yeah.
What if we wants to change it now?
No, actually, things are around us because there are examples. Just imagine if the parents of Sachin Tendulkar forced him
Hmm.
to become an engineer, India would have not got the god of cricket.
Obviously, sir.
So there are numerous such reasons,
Thank you
right?
so much.
So that's what I've said. You just follow your passion. I mean, if you need to do what you really like, and if you like anything, you're not doing a job.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is where you are going to give the best thing.
And so, what if I have interest in various things?
You can do. I mean, but the thing which is important is uh, liking various things is good. We call it multitasking,
Yes, sir.
and in the field of management, there is a terminology called polychronicity.
Polychronicity.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
sir.
but it is better you should be focused. Make sure you channelize those efforts in that direction. You just comprehend that, excel in that, then move further.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let's talk about the new media, the social media. So, what's your perspective on the influence of today's new media, or we can say social media, on the today's youth? How do you think it will shape the future of India and its business landscapes also?
I think it has already started changing.
Yes, sir.
You just look at the things, the way we used to do the things 10 years back, and now how are we doing? It has completely changed. Look at, let's say, you are thinking of buying a product. Earlier, we used to approach different showrooms,
Yes, sir.
talk to different people. Now, what we are doing, we are simply going for the reviews of the product,
Hmm.
right? And by looking at the reviews of the product, we are coming to a conclusion whether to go for this product or
Not.
not. So, in every respect, social media's contribution, I would say, is phenomenal, and it is multi layered,
Hmm.
and it is actually changing the every facet of our life, right? But it's a kind of tool, I would say, um which is throwing the opportunities as well as there are some challenges, right? And this is how it is not just impacting the youth, but the major part of the society is really affected by the social media.
And what if we talk about its negative side?
Of course, there are a lot of negative sides, because you see, now people are linking their identity,
Hmm.
and their identity, which I presume is a false identity, and it actually depends on number of likes, number of shares, number of comments that they are receiving on their respective post. So this is a false identity. I mean, we all need to be in the real world. We
Yes,
need
sir.
to start working on the things that we can really do. So we need to stay away from these things. It is good, I mean, if we are posting things on the social media,
Yes, sir.
is good, but we should use all such things to our own advantage. Let me talk. Let's say there are a lot of rural places.
Hmm.
In rural places, what is happening, the teachers are not there, right? I mean to say, the higher education particularly to is this domain, that kind of infrastructure is not there, and these kind of students, they also do not have access to the prestigious universities. But with the help of programs like NPTEL, right, I'm talking about the MOOCs or SWAM kind of portals, through by having an access of these kind of portals, all the students across India, right, whether they belongs to the urban population or the rural population, where time is no bar, place is no bar,
Yes,
they,
sir.
they just be there, enrolled in such programs, and they have equal access. So that's what is happening.
Obviously, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So let's take a little more time and let's talk about AI also.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you think the AI is shaping the people's mind in today's world?
I think it is AI is going to change the world in a big way, and we are not. I would say we are not even aware which way it will take all of us to.
Yes.
The founders of the AI, I was reading somewhere in one of the articles, they said AI is in the nascent stage.
Hmm.
We have talked about, what do you call, the Chinese have invented one of the technology, we call it what, deep seek, if I
Yes,
call
sir.
it correctly. Then with an answer to the deep seek by China, the US has gone for the deep research. So lot is happening, I really don't know. We talk about those kind of deep fake videos also, wherein you receive a call and somebody is talking to you in your own voice. So I would say
It's dangerous,
it is very,
basically.
very, very dangerous. But again, it would again depend on the kind of the, or rather the way we are going to use it.
So,
But obviously the impact of AI is going to be enormous.
so
It's huge.
basically, it is both.
It is
So,
both, of course. It is both positive
say yes
as
and
well as negative.
negative.
It all depends.
So, I'm literally amazed and now obsessed with your calm and confident voice. And now, as we wrap up this interview, I would like to request you to deliver a final piece of gem, a piece of advice for all of us to be motivated, to be inspired by your experiences. So, what's that?
uh, See, we are all teachers and we keep telling few things to our students. And like I always say, if you want to be extraordinary, you need to break this word into two parts. One is extra and the other is ordinary.
Yes, sir.
So what really makes an ordinary into an extraordinary is doing that extra. If you are ready to do that extra part, then automatically you become extraordinary.
So, extra is the key.
Extra is the key, obviously,
Thank you so much,
always.
sir.